Welcome everybody. We are moments away from kicking off the first ever FSL draft. We have some major news that just came out for those of you that are just tuning in. Of course, we have some trades that have been made behind the scenes. The first ever trade in FSL history, the Mystics set their second overall pick to the Dragons, and they received the Dragons' fifth overall pick as well as the Dragons' third round pick. But some news that just came across my desk. It may or may not have been linked to the Discord. Make sure you check out the Discord for early information, early access. It's a trade between rivals. We've got the Sharks trading their second round pick to the Tide for their second round pick, as well as the Tide Force. You can see right here on the draft board, it is a snake draft. So the Tide will be moving up. They'll get the second pick in the second round. Sharks will sit at that sixth pick in the second round, and they'll also get the sixth pick in the fourth round. I'm just getting across my desk. The pick is in. We have the pick is in. Let's tune in and see.
Let's see it.
See the first overall pick.
I'm roll.
With the first overall pick in the FSL draft, the Comets select Jaden Little, Cliffside State.
Oh, Jaden Little. Jaden Little, first off the board. Go ahead and submit that pick.
I'm flabbergasted at the moment.
Go ahead and submit that pick. We got Jaden Little is first off the board. Flip, that's your guy.
I've been hyping him for so long. No one was listening. But North Dakota was listening.
North Dakota Comets got their man, the face of the franchise. Jaden Little is first off the board. It shows right here, you can see the second overall pick is traded from the Mystics to the Dragons, and I just heard the pick is in. Dragons have made their selection. Let's see who it is.
With the second overall pick in the first ever FSL draft, Dragons select from Garden View University, Tobias Fonseca.
Tobias. He was going early.
We knew he was going top 3 at least.
Comets had their choice. They went offense. Tobias Fonseca is that guy on defense.
Another plus about Tobias is he's the only A-ranked defensive player. So if other team really wants that plus on defense, that's great trade potential down the line if it comes to that. And if nobody trades for him, you still get an amazing player that there's no way I can see this busting at all.
Out of Hillcrest College with the first pick for the Tide select Max Peterson.
Max
Peterson's interesting.
Max Peterson is an interesting take. We've talked about these A-rated offensive players. They hear Drew Park a lot. Obviously, Jaden Little. The offense out of Ivy Tech has been phenomenal. Max Peterson is the second offensive player taken.
You know, I spoke about him in my mock draft video. He's got a lot of grit, real high motor. You know, he's not too flashy out there. He's not going to be doing all these moves for TikTok, you know?
He is the all-time. He's the all-time scorer for Hillcrest College.
With the fourth overall pick, the Frogs are choosing Drew Park.
Drew Park.
Great pick. Amazing pick.
I'm a fan of that pick. Drew Park was one of the leaders on this strong Ivy Tech offense. There's not a whole lot that can go wrong when you pick somebody like Drew Park.
Absolutely. Very excited watching that Ivy Tech team play this year. Looking forward to it.
I'm just shocked he fell to 4.
That was surprising.
Percy Willis is the number 5th pick taken off the draft. He's going to the Mystics. They have their man on offense.
That was a little bit of a predictable pick. It's not a bad pick though. That's the clear number 5.
It's a clear number 5 to me. I think there's a clear number 6 as well. But once we get to that 7th spot, things get a little hairy.
Only one A-ranked player left on the board.
Marcus Evans is the last A-rated player left on the board.
With the 6th overall pick in the FSL draft, the Phantoms select Ada Maono.
What?
Ada Maono.
This is a guy people didn't have going in the first few rounds. He might have gone undrafted.
Marcus Evans stays on the board. We're going defense here.
We're going to defense right now.
This is what we were talking about when we said that these managers have their scout teams working overtime. How do we feel about this pick?
This is a guy that slipped under the rug for a lot of teams. I'm not sure how many teams even scouted him, if it was worth the scouting point.
I think the main issue is taking him this high. With a sleeper pick, you can risk waiting a few picks before taking him, because I don't think many people were expecting him to go even into the 3rd round. So I think waiting maybe till the 2nd or 3rd round to pick him would have been a lot better. But the managers know more than I do.
The fans feel very confident they have their guy. They take him in the 1st round. It is a defensive player, and this is a very defensive light draft. I'm not gonna sit here and criticize. Obviously, defense needs to be scouted out and scouted out well. I'm gonna trust the fans on this pick.
I'm gonna sit here and do the opposite of hate, which is what everyone seems to be doing. I'm gonna give props to the manager here. You know, he knows what he's doing. He used his scouting points correctly. Some people are out here scouting players that they already know are at A, and the Phantoms are making these smart decisions. This is my team.
Glazing.
The Sharks have made their selection. It's Marcus Evans. That's the last A-rated player that we have on our draft boards taken off the board. Marcus Evans from IB Tech is playing for the Sharks.
Sorry for jumping the gun. We just did not think he was going to fall to us at 7, and we were so stoked that he did that we decided to go ahead and get on the phone with his agent and pull the trigger as soon as we could.
I like the confidence. I love this pick.
Good pick.
Amazing.
That's the right pick. I think that's the right pick right now.
Final pick of the 1st round.
Final pick of the 1st round. Let's hear it.
And your Season 2 champion Knights are going to select Lee Cho from Lakeview College.
Lee Cho.
Lee Cho, that's another guy.
This is somebody that I had circled. This is definitely someone that I had circled. This is Lee Cho, offensive player from Lakeview College.
Now, I would like to throw this out there. In my mock draft, I had the Knights taking Lee Cho, but in the 2nd round. Just one pick earlier. It's the same thing. I'm a visionary.
With them having back-to-back picks, you can't really be mad at this pick because they get to go immediately again. So they get to taking the craziest pick right here and still gotten the claimed best pick in the 2nd round.
I'm here that the tied pick is in. Again, the Sharks, in a last second right before the stream kicked off, the Sharks traded their 2nd round pick to the tied. Let's see what it is. Rogelio Gil. This is a question mark player for me.
That's a weird pick.
Offense from Forest University, Rogelio Gil. Doug Powers.
Dogs and hours.
This is the last piece of this Mystics Dragons trade puzzle. Tobias Fonseca goes to the Dragons. The Mystics pick up Percy Willis and Doug Powers.
I say this a lot, but what a name. That might be my favorite name.
Doug Powers has a Howard that belongs in the Hall of Fame for sure.
I will be picking up a Doug Powers jersey. Even though it's the Mystics, even though I'm a Phantoms fan, I need a Doug Powers jersey.
The question I have now is a Tobias Fonseca worth Percy Willis and Doug Powers?
Absolutely. Tobias is, I think he's the best player in this draft. I think he's a generational player. I would have given up much more to get Tobias. So
Yeah.
it was well worth it.
I think that
I was kind of sketched out. Because I didn't know if the comments were going to go to Tobias Fonseca. But now that this is all panned out, this is looking good for the Dragons.
Rob Brock, the first of the twins taken by the Comets.
I think they did this on purpose,
Do you think we're about to see a double up?
I think we are about to see a double up. Yeah.
I think their defense is looking like Clyde Steele and the Brock twins. And that's a pretty intimidating team to match up against.
That is a very intimidating team. Nobody likes to look at the Brock twins. They're both B-rated players, both strong defenders, and that's exactly where he goes with it. Rob Brock and Wilson Brock are reunited once again.
Amazing. You know, that
Brock brothers are comets.
long connection they have together is just, they're going to be like, they're telepathically communicate with each other. They know what each other's thinking, that twin connection, and that's going to lead to a scary defense.
I gotta say, I'm liking this comments look. They got Jaden Little, the face of the franchise on offense, and they got the Brock brothers shoring things up on defense. This is, I mean, I know they're the 8th ranked team across the board, but they could be scary in season 3. Dragons get their man and Joel Mason, Sprague State University, taken in the 5th round.
He's coming home, or to y'all, not me, but same thing.
We're talking about him earlier.
I'm a little surprised that he fell this far, to be honest.
Out of Oakwood College.
Oh my goodness, Fabian Hill at Oakwood College is driving by the banner.
Unbelievable thing.
Pay up the jury if I have to.
Hey, man. Hey,
Fabian Holtz is the guy.
I won't be paid off. All right.
The field flip. How does it feel?
I'm speechless at the moment. That guy is just a menace to the locker room. Like, he's a real Kyrie Irving type. I don't think this is a good pick. I don't like it. I don't support it.
This is somebody to show out to prove, though. I gotta give him that.
He's got a lot to prove in court too, right?
All right, we have the final pick of the inaugural FSL draft. This is round 7, pick 8. Who is our Mr. Irrelevant?
The Knox for the last pick, named Mr. Irrelevant, Jeff Ruby of Westbrook University.
Jeff Ruby from Westbrook University, a defender now. We have our full rosters made.
What an amazing draft.
What an incredible first draft.
I am pouting at the moment. I'm going to have to interview Fabian Hills. He's on my squad now. I'll have to sit down with him. That might be illegal. Never mind. I'm on the jury.
Okay, let's subscribe to the YouTube channel to see the full box score breakdown, the more long form games. Of course, for those that are on TikTok, we will have game recaps posted on TikTok under the same format that you're used to seeing. That's it for us in the FSL crew. Wish you all a good day and a good night.